Some women don't fend for themselves. They feed off others for money and murder. A new bride desires a wealthy life without her groom.
All for her own greed in receiving an insurance payout.
A blonde beauty uses her skills of seduction to turn lover against lover.
She was always able to manipulate men, and if she wanted murder, she got it.
And an unfaithful wife orders a hit on her helpless husband.
Investigators found text messages, and that started to put the dots together.
There was nothing that would point to her becoming a murderer.
It's breast cancer.
None of that turned out to be true about her, though. Something was wrong here.
Cleveland, Ohio. 41-year-old single mom, Yuloma Curry, is patiently waiting. The 4-year-old Will Walker to propose.
It's been 8 years.
William Walker was a firefighter, well respected in the community. He had been married also and divorced and had 2 children. And when they met, they fell in love.
It's lovely.
But it seems she's waiting in vain.
Yuloma began to see the writing on the wall. She probably wasn't going to get a ring.
Hey, look what I got.
There are no wedding bells, but Will gives Yuloma and her 16-year-old daughter everything else.
Wow. It's beautiful.
Just like your mother.
Even his home.
When Will and Yuloma got together, the whole family moved in. Will was a really hard ride for his family and moved him into a better situation.
You kids behave yourselves.
Of course.
Will even tolerates the daughter's 19-year-old boyfriend, Chad Paget.
Chad was a kind of a low-level weed dealer.
That boy's no good.
Well, he's the father of our child.
They just seemed to rub each other the wrong way.
He still ain't no good.
But despite in the home with them,
Will was a catch, and Yuloma was a lucky woman to be with him.
But it's not enough. Yuloma wants more, and she wants it now.
Yuloma is getting very impatient, so she devises a plan. She's going to force him into marrying her. And how is she going to do that?
What did the doctor say?
It's breast cancer.
No, stage 4 breast cancer.
Yuloma pretends to be terminally ill.
That's all right. There are wonderful treatments out there, and you can beat this stuff.
Not that I can afford.
She had told Will that she didn't have the insurance that would cover what kind of treatments she would need.
You just jump on my insurance.
But we're not married.
We can change that today. What, you married? Is that a yes?
Yes.
So, of course, Will said, marry me, and you can get my health insurance.
In 2013, after 8 years of waiting, Mrs. Walker thinks she's hit the jackpot.
that's when Will got promoted to lieutenant, which earned him a good money to put a down payment on a house in Madison, Ohio, and they were getting ready to move.
A new house and legally married. Stage 1 of Yuloma's financial plan is underway.
She was quite an avid shopper. Yuloma is known as someone who was really well put together, had her hair done, seemed to always be dressed nice.
A fake illness is the perfect excuse for us.
Are you opening a store?
Well, I needed a little retail therapy to cheer me up.
And her loving husband.
That's beautiful.
Make sure she has everything she needs by working 4 jobs.
Well, I'm just here to get changed real quick.
Are you working tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Will was a very stand-up.
But the hard work only goes so far. His money starts to dry up.
She didn't have the type of income that would have supported essentially the lifestyle she was trying to live.
Yoloma may not know how to budget, but she's a fabulous liar.
Yoloma is using William's name and social security number, opening up credit cards, getting bank
Credit cards taken out in Will's name that he was unaware of.
William, working his butt off, doesn't know anything about it.
But when you build your house on a mountain of lies, something's gotta give.
Yoloma went out and raked up tens of thousands of dollars worth of debt on Will's credit cards. She really knew she was in trouble when they got those credit card bills. She couldn't handle them.
Mom, are you okay?
The window of opportunity is closing here, and that William is going to find out about her secrets.
I need your help, baby girl.
Yuloma's solution to the problem was to recruit her juvenile daughter
Chad.
and the daughter's drug-dealing boyfriend.
It's time for stage 2 of Yoloma's plan.
Ma needs your help.
What's up?
Heyday.
You know what we talked about before?
Lieutenant William Walker had an insurance policy. Yoloma believed that she was the beneficiary of that insurance policy, and that was for approximately $500,000.
We gotta do it.
William, Yoloma knows, is worth more dead than he is alive.
You'll have to be waiting there for the gun. And when he gets back, you'll have to shoot him.
It was her to kill a man that was very, very good to her. She made it a family event.
In Cleveland, Ohio, Yoloma Curry Walker has recruited her teenage daughter and her boyfriend to kill her husband.
Yoloma was so confident, she boasted, "I'll get away with it. Who would think I would harm?"
Chad Paget is ready to help, but he doesn't want to get his hands dirty. He recruits 21-year-old friend Ryan Doherty.
Are we all in?
What's in it for me?
Ryan Doherty was a low-functioning individual, not a very high IQ, and had agreed to be the gunman for some weed and a couple $100.
Takes for murder is just asking the question.
Are we clear on the plan?
Yoloma thinks she has a foolproof plan.
Yoloma explains that she'd like it to appear like a robbery.
It's gotta be tonight.
She tells them, pull Will's pants pockets out so it looks like you went through his pockets, and that way that'll kind of throw the investigators off a little bit.
On the evening of November 3rd, 2013, Paige to turn her living husband
Hey, babe. Ever shown you this?
into cold, hard cash.
We'll have a separate dining room. In the new place, it's fantastic.
Speaking of dining, I'm starving. Do you think you could get the takeout now?
Sure, no problem.
So in order to set Will up, Yoloma sends him out for some fast food.
When he leaves, she texts the murder squad back in the basement. So when William comes back, Ryan is waiting. Ryan pops out behind those garbage bins. He pumps 4 rounds into William, dropping him to the ground.
When she hears the gunshots, she rushes out to the driveway and she sees Will laid out on the concrete, bleeding. She gets on her phone and she calls 911 and puts on the performance of a lifetime.
It's my husband. He's a fireman. Please, he's been shot.
Yoloma's acting can't hide the first in a series of mistakes.
You would just instant if they've just been shot and start trying to revive them. But there's no evidence of that. So suspicion number 1. Here is the grieving wife whose husband has just been gunned down, but there's no blood on her.
It's not unheard of for a robbery victim to be shot more than once, but it's extremely unusual. To shoot someone 4 times just to steal a wallet is suspect.
William Walker dies in the hospital later that night, with no idea his wife is his killer.
You know, Will gave Yuloma everything, and what she gave him in return was a bullet.
While her behavior is suspicious, there is no evidence to tie Yuloma to the murder. She's free to begin her new, cashed-up life.
She packs her bags and It's about this time that Yuloma gets some bad news.
You'll receive around $20,000 from the firefighter fund.
And his pension?
Yuloma neglects to check the most important detail of her plan: the paperwork.
And that goes to his daughter.
Insurance?
His daughter.
She doesn't get a dime from Will's life insurance or pension,
Here's your copy.
as Will neglected to list her as a beneficiary on those policies.
Will's first wife and children were the beneficiaries. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall when Yuloma found out.
The murder of William Walker is unsolved for 12 months, until a reward. An informant comes forward, claiming he was offered the job by Chad Paget.
Why do you want to kill him? Not me, my girlfriend's mom. She wants him dead.
The informant turned the job down, but he did have the sense to record Chad offering him money to kill Will.
We know everything that went down.
The truth unravels at lightning speed.
And we have Who is Yuloma?
Chad said that it was Yuloma who directed this hit against her husband.
Stand up, put your hands behind your back.
The dominoes fall. They bring in her daughter, and what does she do? She gives up her own mother.
All right, let's go.
If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. There is no honor among thieves. Somebody's gonna talk.
I felt like I had no choice.
Yuloma tries to lay blame for her crime on the victim himself.
Stand up for me. Please put your hands behind your back.
You don't understand. He beat me.
She says he beat her, he was mean, he emotionally abused her.
I'm gonna die.
But her lies are finally exposed.
The abuse excuse. She tried to play that card, and it did not work for her.
In 2016, Chad Paget pleads guilty to involuntary manslaughter with conspiracy and is sentenced to 28 years in prison. Ryan Doherty pleads guilty to aggravated murder and is sentenced to 23 years to life. As a minor, guilty to delinquency and serves 1 month detention.
Yuloma ruined not only William Walker's life, but then she ruined her daughter's life, all for her own greed in receiving an insurance payout.
Yuloma Curry Walker is found guilty of aggravated murder and conspiracy. She is sentenced in 2017 to parole.
The fact that Yuloma really thought that she was going to get away with this just kind of demonstrates how out of touch with reality she really was.
Yuloma's grand financial plan came up empty and achieved nothing but pain for those who loved her.
No empathy, no sorrow, nothing. She's a cold-hearted sociopath, and she'll die in prison.
There's special people who pretend to have a terminal illness to get money or sympathy from another person. She was only dangerous to half the population of the world.
What's she back?
She's a black widow.
Melbourne Ostu. Few men can resist the beauty, of 29-year-old casino worker Robin Lindham.
And men seemed to fall under a spell with incredible ease. She worked in an exclusive room where she began to meet some very colourful clientele.
Looking good, babe. Looking good.
Including drug dealer Thyrsis.
Could you, babe? Cute.
George was deeply involved in the gang world.
They made their money by raiding drug houses, stealing the drugs and the cash.
Robin wants to make her own easy money to fulfill a dream of owning a horse farm.
We're celebrating.
I have a new job.
She puts her
It's heaps more money.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend is now an exotic dancer.
And she knows she's good looking, she becomes a stripper.
with her lover's blessing. Robin rakes in the cash as an exotic dancer. But it's not the big money she craves.
Robin was fully aware that men would do anything for her, so she went from stripping to being a high-end escort.
10 a.m. Mm-hmm. Is he a regular of mine? Yeah, I remember him. Okay.
Hey, babe, I'll be late tonight. I won't be home in time for dinner, alright?
In early 2003, a knock on the door brings the couple's highlight to an abrupt end.
Don't move! Show me your hands!
George is
I'm arresting you for the possession and the cultivation of a prohibited substance.
She was making great money. Everything was fine until George was arrested.
I love you, babe. They called the lawyer.
And he went to jail for 5 months.
Robin doesn't waste time crying into her pillow. She gets straight back to work.
Seduced by the high life, the glitz and the glamour.
Never one to put her romance on hold, she immediately took up with a guy named Wayne.
44-year-old Wayne Amy is not like the other men in Robin's life.
That's quite a performance.
You aim to please?
Drove your private shows.
Listen, yeah, I do.
Wayne Amy, of all the people in Robin's life, he was a straight guy, a straighty 180, as they say. He was a personal trainer, he played hockey. His friends described him as a happy-go-lucky guy.
But there's one thing he has in common with the men in Robin's orbit.
No little place down the road, you know. After you.
He falls completely under her.
He was crazy about Robin.
The other man in her life, George Tesis, is due to be released from prison.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
George's view of their relationship was vastly different than reality.
Yeah, I'll see you later. Bye. He must be excited. Oh, it wasn't.
She was continuing to see Wayne on the side.
Then who? My hockey guy?
She told one friend she was having an affair with Wayne and that it was time for her to get rid of George.
On May 2nd, 2005, the couple is celebrating George's freedom.
Thanks for doing that.
Robin invited a friend, Matilda, over. They all had dinner and then started drinking brandy and smoking pot.
Oh, it's always lovely song. Here he is, yeah. It's his favorite.
By late evening, George wasn't just drunk, he was incredibly stoned as well.
Robin is more in control of her senses. She makes an excuse to leave the house with Matilda.
Hey, George, I'm just going to drop Matilda home because she's got to leave some lunch money out for her son. Okay?
Yeah, that's all right.
But Robin has a more sinister reason for leaving George alone.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Robin set her plan in motion to murder George, but she didn't in fact, she didn't want to do it at all.
Is there somebody there?
She got Wayne to do it. George was never seen again, and his body was never found.
While George's distraught family searches, Robin moves on and in with Wayne. They're living the high life because they steal more than George's life.
And their lifestyle had been funded by the sale of George's assets.
Robin uses her windfall to fulfill a lifetime dream.
What she really wanted was to live in the country. She convinced Wayne to help her buy it.
Hey! Get off my property!
But the dream is fleeting. Robin and Wayne soon fall behind on their mortgage payments.
This causes real tensions between them.
The problem isn't Robin. It's not yours, it's ours.
They were in financial straits.
On the outskirts of Melbourne, a relationship built on lies, murder, and false hopes is falling apart.
They've gone from a situation where they had a lot of money, living in a penthouse. Now all of a sudden, they've got a lot of debt. They can't service it.
It's all I've got left. Just let me have my dream.
We'll let the courts decide that, won't we?
Wayne sought counsel as to how to handle the farm and was advised.
Wayne wants his share of the property.
You make my life any harder, you'll regret it.
Robin was furious because it was the only asset that she actually had left from all of her working life.
Watch your back.
Robin has no intention of letting the courts determine her fate. She goes back to what she does best, seducing men.
She's leading an extraordinary life, and all these men are prepared to do almost anything to make her happy.
Just do this one thing for me.
And you'll be my wife. Forever and ever and ever.
Promise.
Her latest conquest is 43-year-old Torsten Trabert. Like her other lovers, he is willing to do anything Robin asks.
Introduced another friend of hers, John Ryan, to Torsten. She told them she wanted Wayne dead, and they were happy to oblige.
On December 10th, 2013, she solves her woes without lifting a finger.
Robin gave her two new partners in crime a garage pass to where Wayne lived. When Wayne came in, they jumped him.
It was a vicious attack with a baseball bat, and then they even used a taser.
He's actually still alive. They bundle him into the car.
You don't have to do this, guys. She's crazy. Don't listen to her.
They decide to murder Wayne outside of Melbourne.
As they were driving, they heard Wayne making noise in the trunk. So they pulled over and they stabbed him 4 times.
How is he not dead?
At that point, they've strangled Wayne to death.
Wayne had so many injuries in his body that the coroner was unable to actually explain what was the specific cause of death.
Wayne Amy's body is dumped in the woods.
Wayne knew better than anyone he helped her kill her first boyfriend. He should have taken her more seriously.
But this time, Robin isn't home free. Her accomplices have loose lips. Within hours, police receive a tip-off about the deadly trio.
The brain trust of Robin, Torsten, and John was swimming in the shallow end of the gene pool, and that's how they were caught so quickly.
15. All three are arrested and charged with murder.
John and Torsten both pleaded not guilty and tried to blame each other.
They are both convicted. John Ryan is sentenced to 31 years and Torsten Trabert to 28 years. The mastermind, Robin Lindholm, pleads guilty and receives.
Robin's guilty plea worked in her favor because she received the lightest sentence.
But the law isn't done with Robin. The police reopen the investigation into George Tease's disappearance. A crucial witness from the past comes forward.
Matilda, the woman who was with Robin on the night George disappeared, she tells the police that hours after George was killed, Robin confessed.
In 2019, Robin receives an additional 28 years for George's murder.
Despite constant pleas from George's family, Robin has never divulged where his body is.
Robin used her charm and beauty to turn her lovers into
full seductress. She liked to have men around her little finger.
She was always able to manipulate men to get what she wanted. And if she wanted murder, she got it. Some women don't care about humans. They care about money.
We could be together.
And they care that the money is in their period.
McKinney, Texas, 2014. 65-year-old Englishman.
Here we go.
Richard Moore.
Trust me.
And 31-year-old Texas car salesman Stephen Brockway may not have the same tastes.
It's an acquired taste.
No way, man. I like my beer icy cold.
I'm over for dinner at Richard's home pretty regularly. Would hang out, have drinks together.
Cheers.
Richard and Stephen considered themselves best friends.
Come on, let's eat.
Okay.
Richard's 33-year-old wife, Chansamorn, becomes accustomed to cooking for three.
Chansamorn called Richard and Stephen the two boys.
They married 4 years earlier. Richard does his best to make Thailand native Chansamorn feel at home in Texas.
He bought her a lot. He provided for her comfort, her and her two daughters. He was really trying to make a go of this relationship and have a good life.
Richard doesn't know it, but his close friend Stephen is even closer to his wife.
I don't know. Look, it's my bedtime. No, you stay. Nice to.
In addition to the friendship growing between the two men, there was a special friendship growing between Stephen and his friend's wife.
Cheers. Awesome dinner.
Stephen was in his 30s, so he and Chansamorn were about the same age.
Richard has no reason to doubt the loyalty of his wife and friend until a chance discovery late one night in 2014.
Richard decided to go to bed early. And in the middle of the night, when he was getting a glass of water, he noticed that Stephen's car was still out front. So he went poking around and he saw Chansamorn and Stephen in bed together under the sheets, asleep.
Trail.
They were either so drunk they fell asleep, or they just didn't care if Richard found out. And when he saw them sleeping together, it broke his heart.
The next morning, Richard is in no mood for excuses.
Good morning.
Richard had a lot to deal with.
You didn't come to bed.
I didn't want to wake you.
Don't lie to me.
Wife in bed with another man. That other man was Richard's best friend.
started talking and fell asleep.
Please, just don't.
A lot going on there.
Richard calls for a timeout.
I'm going on holiday. Alone.
He spends several weeks in Bangkok. Considering his option, he returns home to an icy reception and is banished to the guest bedroom.
Chance Morin was really frustrated with her relationship with Richard.
Incredibly, cheating Chansamorn turns the tables on Richard and accuses him of being unfaithful.
Chansamone suspected Richard was having an affair, but there's no evidence that he was cheating on her.
In early 2015, her jealousy turns to rage.
Richard is lying in bed, watching a movie.
And her rage leaps to a completely irrational conclusion.
And Chance Morton came to him and accused him of some sort of conversation with another woman.
Who are you talking to?
No one, I'm watching a movie.
And Chance Morton bit Richard on the arm.
You crazy woman! What are you doing?
Biting from one adult to another is a savage act. There's no coming back for a relationship in which one person savagely bites the other. Pack your bags, get in the car, go away.
Chansamore for divorce. But an ex-husband is worth far less to her than a dead husband.
Chance Morton thought she was going to get Richard's life insurance policy, which was worth about $1 million.
If I was in Thailand, I'd have him killed.
Chansamone brought up the idea of killing Richard.
We could be together.
Happy to lend a hand to kill his best friend.
People get killed all over the world.
Stephen jumped right in that party. Yep, people get killed all the time. Let's do it.
I might know someone.
But they don't want to get their own hands dirty.
Stephen reached out to a marijuana dealer that he knew named Ronald Rosser. He lived out in East Texas.
Ron Rosser had a checkered past.
In fact, in one instance, he crashed his car into a fence post and it took out an eye.
Hello, Stephen.
Stephen offers Ronald $10,000 to do the job. It's a short-sighted long shot, but it pays off. Ronald agrees.
When Stephen decided to pay Ron to kill Richard, Stephen had the hitman barrel.
February 27th, 2015 begins like any other for Richard. He's a creature of habit who keeps a strict routine.
Everything about his life was set to a routine, so he would have tea in the morning at a certain time.
He'd maybe do some chores around the house, and then mid-morning would go take us very regimented in that way.
It makes him an easy target for a contract killer. Outside, a rare and powerful snowstorm hits the area. Yet Chansamorn chooses that exact moment to run some errands.
Chansamorn left the house to pay a bill.
Chansamorn's creating an alibi and ensuring her hired killer has easy access to the house. She keeps in close contact with her co-conspirator, Stephen.
Stephen was texting with Chance Morin to make sure that she was out of the house so that Rosser would be able to come in.
Ronald knew exactly where to go because when he went to the master bedroom,
Richard has no idea of the danger lurking right outside the door.
He pointed a rifle at his face and shot him the first time through his forearm and then struck him in the face. And he was shot an additional 7 or 8 times solely in the head.
Ron of himself, it is absolutely not necessary to shoot someone more than one time in the head to kill them. But that's what he did.
Ronald's payment has been prearranged.
There was around $10,000 in that safe, and that was going to be Ronald's payment for committing this murder.
Later that afternoon, Chansamorn returns home to play the grieving.
A lot of money is missing. Thousands of dollars.
Immediately, she starts talking about all this money missing from the safe.
Did you have any problems in their relationship?
No, we were very happy.
It would be helpful if we could go through your phone.
Why?
It could help.
But when in Morn's phone, they discover dozens of text messages between the victim's widow and his best friend that tell another story.
I don't think Chansamone and her boyfriend watch too much true crime or crime fiction.
Are you going to be able to leave the house in this bad weather? Yes.
Or they wouldn't have been saying the things they were saying on their cell phones.
Investigators' surprise. Before they go looking for Stephen, he turns up at the police station.
Stephen brought his own handgun to, he said, rule him out as a suspect.
That's my only gun. I thought you might want to test it.
No, sir. No need for that.
He brought in his own revolver to show them it hadn't been fired, but no one knew how Richard had been killed. It wasn't public information that...
Can I have a look at your phone, sir?
Investigators found text messages to Ronald the day of the murder, and that started to put the dots together between these three people.
All three are charged with capital murder.
In the state of Texas, it didn't matter if you were the one to pull the trigger, you still get the same charge.
In 2019, of capital murder, he is sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Ron was a two-bit convicted felon, the worst person they could have chosen. He had nothing going on upstairs.
Stephen Brockway pleads guilty to murder and agrees to testify at Chansamorn's trial. Reduced sentence of 28 years.
As soon as the first person is arrested, the house falls apart.
Faced with the overwhelming evidence against her, Chansamorn Pokai pleads guilty to murder. She is sentenced to 40 years in prison.
The fact that Chansamorn received a 40-year sentence was extremely satisfying. Chansamorn was behind this.
Chansamorn treated people like commodities. She wanted everything for nothing. But in the end, she got what she paid for.
This woman wasn't looking for love. She was looking for a wallet.
These deadly women loved cash more than their men. Yaluma Curry Walker ordered the execution. Robin Lindham discarded lovers like garbage. And Chansamorn Pokai took a hit out on her trusting husband. All three committed murder without lifting a finger. They made sure they had clean hands for dirty deeds. If our eyes are, you wouldn't want to gaze at these women. A jealous ex eliminates her competition.
She was killed because she fell in love. That was it.
A trivial neighborhood dispute ends in violence.
She was looking for someone to vent her rage. She found it.
And an unlucky businesswoman blames her fortune teller.
It happened in real life, and two beautiful people paid for it.
If you want to live a long and healthy life, don't date a man with a jealous ex.
Hello, homewrecker.
There are a lot of headstones throughout the countryside that say, I thought I'd be okay.
Salt Lake City, Utah. Motherhood is a blessing. 29-year-old high school teacher Chelsea Cook is about to be doubly blessed with twins.
For Chelsea, it was a dream come true. She loved children. She went into the field of education because she loved children. And she wanted to be a mother so badly.
God, these are so tiny. Look at these.
Husband Travis, her college sweetheart, is equally excited.
Can't believe I'm finally going to be a mom.
You're born to be a mom.
Chelsea and Travis were so anxious to get married, they didn't even wait until graduation. They married before.
From an early age, Chelsea's believed marriage the key to her happiness. But just 2 years later, reality hits. She's overwhelmed by motherhood while wrestling old demons.
What'd you throw that away for?
It's covered in germs.
Chelsea struggled a lot with mental health and eating disorders.
Oh, give me a break.
I'm trying to keep our children safe.
When she was 17, she developed anorexia, and she carried that disorder into her adulthood.
Go watch TV, come on. You sit there, go watch TV, okay?
Someone with anorexia frequently feels the world is out of their reach. Chaos, anxiety, and the only thing they can is what goes in their mouth.
Have you eaten today?
So they stop eating.
I don't have time.
I'll make you a sandwich.
No, I don't want one.
You gotta eat.
Travis has always tried to help his wife, but Chelsea's behavior becomes more erratic.
What? What now?
Troubles were festering, and Chelsea and Travis grew further and further apart.
I can't do it.
When the kids were only 2 years old, Travis filed for divorce, and it really threw Chelsea for a loop.
Chelsea fears a divorce will cost her more than her husband.
Increasingly worried that the kids would be taken from her.
I want to see my kids.
She was anxious, depressed.
Wake them up.
She just wasn't the same person.
I want to see my kids.
Chelsea isn't coping with co-parenting. She seeks professional help.
Chelsea was seeing a psychiatrist who prescribed medication for anxiety. And Chelsea was doing pretty good when she'd take her medications, but she stopped taking them.
Instead, she self-medicates on stimulants.
They were making her crazed and more paranoid than she was by nature. It's an amphetamine. It is the worst thing she could have been on.
Chelsea is desperate to be reunited with...
You need more fire in that dragon.
But 9 months after their separation, Travis has met a new woman.
That looks so good. Yeah. Oh, well done.
26-year-old bank teller, Lisa Williams.
That one?
She loved being a part of her community and helping out where she could.
Anyone want some cookies?
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
She, too, was very passionate about children and was looking forward. So when she met Travis Cook, who already had 2 young children of his own, she fell in love.
Is it good?
Yeah. I can't pull out later.
Oh.
They were cute, they were lovable, she adored them.
When Chelsea finds out Travis is dating, she starts stalking Lisa.
Chelsea couldn't abide by the fact that Lisa was filled and in the children's life. Chelsea saw Lisa as the obstacle the only obstacle to getting back with Travis and being a full-time mother to their kids.
In 2018, driven by jealousy and paranoia, Chelsea Cook is on a mission to scare off her ex's new girlfriend, Lisa Williams.
Stop. Stay away from my kids.
I love your kids.
Stay away.
Are you okay?
She wrote a nasty letter to Lisa. Chelsea's stalking behavior was escalating. It's a face-to-face confrontation.
Here's Lisa, but she doesn't report it to police.
Had a good day? Yeah, no? Okay.
She isn't Chelsea's only target.
My babies.
Her need to punish Travis was escalating.
Why is that tart here?
Chelsea starts throwing out nasty insults about Lisa.
Look, don't do this in front of the kids, okay? Can't be here. You gotta go.
Travis told her to just cut it out. You know, he wasn't having any more of it. Chelsea grabbed Travis, and in the altercation, he ended up falling down a flight of stairs.
It takes place in full view of their children.
Chelsea had no concern for their mental health when she attacked their father in front of them.
Chelsea was charged with domestic violence in the presence of a child.
When Chelsea became physical and violent, at that moment, there was no way she was going to get custody of her children.
2018, just weeks before Chelsea is to appear in court. Travis and Lisa are getting ready for the holiday season.
Is that good?
That looks great.
Like that?
Travis and Lisa had the kids at their house,
What are you making?
and they were making Christmas decorations for the tree. Handmade decorations.
The family fun is interrupted when Travis receives a text message from Chelsea.
She said she needed to come by and bring some cold medicine for one of the kids.
When Chelsea arrived, she texted Travis to let him know that she was waiting in the parking lot to drop it off.
I'll be back in a minute, okay?
Okay.
Travis leaves the apartment. He doesn't lock the door behind him because he's going to be right back. When he was gone, Lisa was in there with the kids. Chelsea went in.
Hey kids, Mommy's home. Come here. Come to Mommy.
What are you doing here? You can't be here. You gotta go.
He sees Chelsea there and tells her to leave.
Chelsea, now.
She gets up from where she's sitting by the kids and goes into the bathroom and locks the door.
Yeah, no, I need the police here now.
Desperate,
Yes.
Travis calls the police. It seems to work.
She's still here, yeah.
Chelsea comes out of the bathroom. She heads straight for her coat. Travis goes, "Phew, this is good." She's gonna grab her coat and leave.
Chelsea grabs a gun from her coat and fires 3 shots. All 3 shots strike Lisa.
Give me the gun!
The first bullet went into her chest cavity and her heart. Very rarely can anyone survive such a wound. But that wasn't enough. Chelsea,
It's horrible to think that children that age had to witness such violence.
Yeah, I need an ambulance here now. No, my girlfriend, she's been shot. She's been shot 3 times.
Travis goes over to tend to Lisa.
Yeah, I know it now. I need her now. She's dying.
But then he sees Chelsea going for a coat again. And he goes, oh my God, what if she's got... So he grabs her and pins her up against the wall to wait for the arrival of the police.
Kids, go to the bathroom now. Lock the door.
When the police arrive, Lisa is clinging to life, but she can't be saved. She dies on the way to the hospital.
It was that night, but Lisa was the only one that died. Lisa was killed because she fell in love. That was it.
In 2020, Chelsea Cook pleads guilty to 7 charges, including aggravated murder, but never shows remorse.
I shot the gun in her direction. Unwillingness to take responsibility completely.
She is sentenced to 34 years to life. The judge also hands out a special punishment for the jealous mother. Chelsea cannot have any contact with her children.
The only way you can punish a mother like Chelsea is by keeping her from her children.
Chelsea took the caring woman because she couldn't take responsibility for her own failings.
Chelsea chose to feed her jealous self and not her mental health. And that made her a deadly woman. And an irresistible, movable object.
How dare you!
Something's got to give. Or someone's going to die.
In Hertfordshire, England, 2012, the future looks bright for 32-year-old Debbie Palmer and 29-year-old Paul Foxwell.
Debbie and Paul bought a house together, and they were hopefully going to spend many years there together.
Don't even think about it.
I'm just unpacking.
Really?
They make a good team. They've set up their own business support company and have big plans.
Debbie was the company director, and Paul was the company secretary.
They were very happy together.
I bet that's our friendly neighbour again.
And
even their next-door neighbor, 60-year-old Louise Lotz,
I thought you might like some morning tea.
offers a warm welcome to the neighborhood.
Louise came from South Africa. She was very academic, went to university and got a first in English literature.
Neighborly relations are put to the test early.
Is that birch tree in your backyard?
Tree that was on Louise's property but threatening Debbie's property.
I was wondering, would you mind if we got it removed?
Sure. Then we both can have more light.
Louise is only too happy to help.
Louise even supported that application and sent a letter to the council to say she was very happy to have that tree removed.
Lovely tea, thank you.
Together. For more than a year, harmony reigns in the neighborhood. Until Louise has a new fence built.
I knew it. This fence is on our land.
Are you sure?
Debbie became aware the new fence was 2 inches on her property, and she made a big deal about it.
The fence and started to attack it with the intention of destroying it.
This fence is on my land. Nonsense. It is. And it's coming down.
Louise dug her heels in. She wasn't going to let Debbie push her around and tell her what to do.
How dare you I'm calling the police. Off you go then. Stop. Are you kidding? Get out of my way.
That should be beginning.
The perfect neighborhood storm began to brew.
Their altercation escalates into a bitter, ongoing feud.
What are you doing? What does it look like?
So things were obviously getting quite heated, and the tension was rising in the neighborhood.
What are you doing?
Neighbors said that it was like living next to two dogs barking at each other the whole time.
Confrontations, verbal abuse, fighting outdoors became the norm for Debbie and Louise. It became a battleground.
Help, I need the police.
Local police become regular visitors to the neighborhood.
They were clearly quite well aware as to what sort of things were going on.
Arrested.
I'm sorry, but until there's any violence, we can't help you with that, ma'am.
You'll often find in the police service that these sort of cases are sometimes one word against another.
Is it Miss Foxwell? Officer, I would like her arrested.
Well, this is ridiculous.
It surely is.
What's the point of calling you then?
It's difficult for the police to establish who may or may not be to blame.
The police issue both Debbie and Louise community protection warnings. The order meant trespass or photography across the fence.
The police thought this would solve the problem. It didn't. And neither one of those women was going to walk away.
Louise!
Someone's going to die.
In 2016, the neighborhood war is put on hold when Debbie Foxwell loses her greatest ally and the lone voice of reason feud. Her partner, Paul, succumbs to a brief battle with cancer.
Paul died just 3 weeks after the original diagnosis.
Loss of a spouse or romantic partner is one of the most devastating things that can happen to someone. The loss is indescribable.
Debbie really did struggle.
It doesn't take long for Debbie to channel her pain across the back fence.
The angry, foul, vile interactions, and sometimes physical, with Debbie took on a life of its own.
Finally, in 2017, comes hope of an end to the hostilities. The man with the rune.
Debbie met a young man, and they fell in love.
You know, I never thought I'd be this happy again.
You deserve to be happy.
Anthony actually moved into the house with Debbie Foxwell.
What's she doing now?
Just ignore her.
Unbearable.
Anthony offers a simple fix.
Maybe we should move.
Yeah.
So they made a joint decision that they were going to put the house on the market.
It's my messy neighbour. I can't sell because of that pigsty next.
Was afraid to go out and work in her garden.
Oh, it's disgusting. Just look at it.
Her garden was overgrown and unkempt.
Calm down.
No, it's that cow's fault. I won't calm down. This is costing us thousands.
Whether that was true or not, no one knows. But things were about to get a lot worse.
On August 24th, 2019, the years of simmer in a final showdown at the fence.
Every single thing you're doing.
Debbie began filming Louise on her mobile phone.
Louise was not happy. She saw this as a violation. And Louise did something that might have sealed her fate.
How about I film you? I need to film you.
She grabbed Debbie's
Give it back. I need to film you.
and ran with it.
And that's when all hell broke loose.
This time, there's no stopping Debbie's rage. She confronts Liam, a tenant on Louise's property.
There is a term animal trainers use. When the animal is in fight, they will not stop. Nothing can happen until it's over. I think this is what happened to Debbie.
Terrified, Louise makes a desperate bid to escape.
Stop! Back off! Stay out of it!
And chases her.
Louise ran away and she approached another neighbour's house.
Help me!
She was banging on the door, desperately asking for help.
Debbie turned the spade on its side to use it like a machete.
Debbie went nuts.
She hit Spade probably about 7 times, causing catastrophic injuries.
She fractured her eye socket, her face, and her skull during this attack.
Louise Lotz is guilty of nothing more than annoying her neighbor. She dies a savage death because the wrong person moved in next door.
After this relentless and brutal assault, walked away and went back into her house.
It's over. I've done it.
And then she says to Anthony when it's over, well, it's done now. That tells me that's what she wanted all along.
When police converge for the final time, there's no question who's at Debbie is arrested and charged with murder.
Debbie pleaded guilty to manslaughter on the grounds of diminished responsibility, but not guilty, crucially, to murder.
The jury disagrees, and in 2020, Debbie Foxwell is convicted of murder and sentenced to life in prison with a non-parole period of 21 years.
It seems to me Debbie was looking for someone to vent her rage, and in Louise, she found it. The vast majority of people serving time for murder in prison are not natural-born killers. Person who had no problem doing things that were wrong.
Late 2000, Orange County, California. It's the dawn of a new millennium, but in the Little Saigon district of Westminster, the old ways prevail.
It's not unusual for business owners to go to a fortune teller, and people often rely on every word they say.
36-year-old Tanya Nelson needs a financial miracle.
Tanya had a lingerie shop in Little Saigon, but it wasn't doing well. She and her husband had acquired over $200,000 in debt.
I see better times ahead. Really?
A good fortune teller. They were extremely respected and looked up to, and they were a bit like a celebrity.
None is more successful or revered than Jade Smith.
Your bad luck will change.
Really?
Tanya hung on every piece of advice Jade gave her.
If you move. She thought that she needed to move the location of the business in order for the business to do better.
North Carolina. You'll find success in North Carolina. That's where your future is.
Okay.
Yeah. That's good news. Very good news. I think we should celebrate.
Jade told her that the solution to her financial problems was to leave California and
To new beginnings.
To new beginnings.
That's exactly what Tanya did.
Tanya's new business on the East Coast. She starts a nail salon.
Are you happy?
Yeah, lovely. Thank you.
Great.
A new town. A new brings no solution to Tanya's money troubles.
And that also starts to spiral, and she starts to have financial problems.
Would you like to make another appointment?
No, not at the moment.
Jade told her to go to North Carolina and start a new business there and everything will be fine. It wasn't.
Tanya doesn't give up. She simply diversifies the business.
Cindy's available. At what time? She cooked up a new way to make money. She turned it into an illegal escort service. Okay, cash up front. Always.
She had to supplement her income, and this seemed to be the easiest course of action for her by starting this escort service.
She even offers special arrangements.
Hey there.
Like Philippe Zamora.
So Philippe Zamora was just your average married family guy with kids, lived in a nice neighborhood, nice home, no criminal history.
Thanks for organizing this.
Philippe had a secret. He was a closeted homosexual. No problem. Brad? You can use that room.
Philippe confided to Tanya, and she tried to introduce him to other men.
$50 for the room.
Tanya was the wrong person to confide in.
Have fun, boys.
Sex sells, but not so well in North Carolina.
Tanya opened a store in a very conservative area of North Carolina next to a church. So it wasn't exactly the type of establishment that would be frequented by that community.
Tanya learned early on that this business wasn't going to do well.
Tanya can't win. Traced back to just one person.
You told me that everything would be all right.
Tanya, you just have to be patient.
All your hard work will pay off. I should never have moved here.
She's about to hit complete rock bottom. She has a business that is a failure. She has lost her home. It's been foreclosed. It is about to collapse.
Everything will be fine. You just have to have faith.
Jade got her into this mess, and Tanya decides it will be Jade who gets her out.
I need your help. I need you to come with me to Lady Ha's place.
Orange County, California. Predicting people's futures has afforded Jade Smith a life of luxury.
She was making a tremendous amount of money, sometimes $15,000 for a reading. And she flaunted her money.
Well, why don't you give her a reading next time?
I'll try.
Oh, you'd be good at it.
She drove around in expensive cars. Her daughter had the best of everything. More importantly, everybody knew about Jade's money.
Especially Tanya.
Can I see you?
Of course. Anytime.
Tanya set up an appointment to meet with Jade.
I'll see you soon, okay?
Okay, great. Thanks.
All right. She wanted a special reading so that she could help her with all of the things that she...
Its advice has brought Tanya to the brink of bankruptcy.
North Carolina. You'll find success there. I think that's where your future is.
She wants a refund with interest.
She decides to fly to California and rob Jade of her money and her jewelry. but she needed some help.
Tanya turns to the one person she can totally control, Philippe Zamora.
You will. Otherwise, I'll talk to your wife.
Okay. Just don't tell my wife, okay?
Tanya knew Felipe's secret because she was arranging gay hookup partners for him, and he was closeted, so he would do what Tanya wanted.
Tanya and Philippe head to California, and on April 21st, 2000, at Jade's for their scheduled reading.
They're beautiful. Thank you.
Tanya isn't aware that Anita is in her bedroom studying.
But I thought you were angry.
I want to apologize.
Jade believed this was just another consult from their client.
She turned her back. Big mistake.
Tanya picked up a kitchen knife.
What are you doing?
And just went wild. She started stabbing Jade in the neck, face, and head.
Jade's daughter, Anita, heard.
Mom! Stop! What are you doing?
When Anita started screaming, Tanya told Philippe to shut her up.
Tanya grabs another knife from the butcher block.
Stop her screaming!
Anita had nothing to do with this. She was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Methodically doing what Tanya was ordering him to do. Tanya called all the shots.
Mother and daughter bleed out on the kitchen floor.
The last thing that Jade hears is the whimpering of her daughter as she's being stabbed to death. The cruelty of that is just mind-boggling.
Tanya and Philippe and jewelry.
They knew that Jade had a lot of flashy jewelry, handbags, designer clothing, things of that nature.
They find credit cards and designer goods, but miss the pot of gold.
What they failed to find was the $68,000 that was in the vacuum cleaner bag and the $500,000 in jewelry that's...
They also make another fundamental error.
We believe in their haste and, again, poor planning, that they meant to take the knives with them and forgot them at the crime scene.
Well, we're not talking about experienced hitmen here.
Tanya then adds a final coat of crazy to her shocking crime.
They leave the scene and get a gallon of white paint. They go back to the murder scene and pour the white paint over the victims' faces and hands.
Witchcraft, voodoo, we had every opinion coming in at us from all these outside sources on what this could have meant.
The most obvious to us as investigators, DNA evidence at that time.
They go back to North Carolina and try to assume a normal life.
And for a few weeks, they do just that.
We were dealing with two people that didn't have criminal history. They weren't in any kind of DNA database.
That makes them harder to find. They become more of a ghost, if you will.
After 6 weeks, the police are no closer to finding the killers. But Tanya simply can't control her overwhelming lust for money.
Tanya was so greedy for Jade's money, she took her credit cards. She started using them.
The Versace and Armani and some of them.
Then Tanya makes a purchase that puts a bullseye on her back.
She purchased the airline tickets under Jade Smith's name.
So who was calling themselves by the name of a dead woman and using her credit cards? They were about to find out.
The police are waiting when Tanya's flight lands in Orange County. Instead for credit card fraud. But when it comes to the murders,
You make it easier for yourself if you talk.
Tanya doesn't say a word. Ever.
She's never spoken about the murders at all.
She was going to make us figure this out ourselves and not give any explanation.
Tanya is very cool, calm, and collected at all times.
Philippe can't stop talking.
How do you know Tanya Nelson? I wish I didn't. What did she make you do? She made me go to James.
He just talked and talked and talked. Ultimately, that initial interrogation was almost up to 6 hours of him.
She threatened me. She screamed at me, "Kill her! Kill her! Stop her!"
In 2009, Philippe Zamora pleads guilty to 2 counts of first-degree murder and is sentenced to 27 years to life in prison.
Philippe Zamora was and got nothing for it, but life in prison.
Tanya Nelson is convicted of 2 counts of first-degree murder. Due to the special circumstances, the number of victims, the motive of money, and the manner of attack, she's sentenced to death and is awaiting execution on California's death row.
I don't think there's any better place for a person like Tanya.
Tanya believed Jade owed her compensation for bad advice. The price she set was 2 innocent lives.
The motive for this crime, it is preposterous. It's hard to believe that someone could be that obsessed and to go to such great lengths. It's not a bad novel. It happened in real life, and 2 beautiful people.
Tanya, to this day, is the queen of greed and evil. She is a woman that you do not want to cross.
I think it was the perfect storm that may never have happened again in her life. But nevertheless, Tanya chose to solve her problems through murder.
These deadly women put their wants and desires above human lives. Chelsea Cook's jealousy cost a caring woman her life. Debbie Foxwell loathed her neighbor to death. And Tanya Nelson brutally killed a mother and daughter for money. All 3 lacked empathy and compassion. They were 2's company, 3 is a murder in the making. A Navy wife's lust for men and money leads to troubled waters.
People can become addicted to many things. Spending is one of them.
A gifted teacher can't make her married lover behave.
She knew nothing of love and relationships.
And a rural matriarch spices up country life.
She saw him as being a means to an end.
These deadly women don't tolerate a love triangle. They make it 2 against 1 in a menage of murder.
Can you pass me the wrench out of the box?
Up-and-coming officer, 29-year-old Corey Voss, is as dead as he is to the Navy.
He was a very good father. Neighbors and friends would see him outside playing with his kids all the time.
Okay, you kids, dinner. 5 more minutes.
Listen to your mother. Go on.
In 2006, he's building a good life in Newport News, Virginia, together with bubbly wife, 30-year-old Katerina "Kat" Voss.
Neighbors, friends all say they're living the American dream. Corey Corey is this consummate, great husband. He gives her this wonderful suburban life.
Oh, she didn't have to go.
I don't want you moping around while I'm not here. Go ahead and have some fun.
But life as a Navy wife
Be no fun without you.
has its downside. When her husband is deployed at sea, Kat's left home alone. Doesn't like being alone.
She always had an overwhelming desire for attention. She had to be the center of attention. She was always trying to be noticed.
When there's not a man around in her life, Kat needs to find one.
From the time Kat was a teenager, she always had a boyfriend, never without a man paying attention to her. And she liked that.
All right, that's enough. Get to bed now. I told you.
Sometimes she would drug her children so that they would be asleep. She would leave them alone and go out, bring home a guy.
You know, when Corey went out to sea, it was party time.
Extramarital sex isn't her only vice. Kat can hide her affairs from spending money. She's out of control.
Okay, the green or the blue?
Kat, we missed the mortgage payment.
The blue really makes my eyes pop, don't you think?
People can become addicted to many things. Spending is one of them.
Babe, you gotta stop spending.
I never spend anything.
I think she saw money as an avenue to get the attention.
People in the military don't make great salaries for what they do, but it's certainly not a bad living. It was for Kat. There was never enough.
It's got to stop.
It will. I promise.
Kat bought fancy clothes, expensive jewelry, and it didn't matter that her husband couldn't pay the bills.
For a Kat, nothing was ever enough. More. Ultimately, someone like this implodes.
7 years into the marriage, Kat knows Corey can never give her what she desires. She looks elsewhere.
What are you looking at?
You.
Corey goes out on a 6-month leave.
Such a cheeky girl.
So she meets this dude named Michael Draven.
Why do you have to go?
I'm a busy man. I got things to do.
26-year-old Michael Draven isn't rich, but he's not without resources. He's a petty criminal, and that makes him the perfect man.
She saw him as an opportunity manipulated by Kat Voss. She controlled him, and she knew how to control him.
When's her husband coming home?
I hope never.
Kat portrays herself as a victim.
What do you mean?
He's a monster.
Does he hate you?
Yeah. And the children.
Corey is abusive. He beats me. He hits the children. And she begins to ply him with this. It's almost like she wants to build up Corey and demonize him into this monster.
I'm gonna take care of it. I'm gonna take care of you.
A Navy salary only Navy pension is forever.
He had a $400,000 life insurance policy, and Kat would have guaranteed income from his military pay as long as the children needed it.
Virginia Voss wants to cash in her husband's Navy needs to kill him first. With the help of lover, Michael Draven.
Kat was able to convince Michael, but they didn't want to actually do the deed themselves. So Michael went looking for a killer.
Hey, David.
Hey, I'm Kat.
36-year-old David Runyon knows to do anything for money.
David Runyon grew up in a military family. He never could hold a job. Every job that he had didn't last very long.
They had set a price tag of $20,000. They basically recruited him to be the hitman.
And what we were thinking is that we would send my husband out here around 11 p.m. on Tuesday.
Kat doesn't leave anything to chance. Every last detail.
They draw a little map, directions to the house. You know, the times that Corey's around, he's not around.
Gloves, boots, military-style pants, black hoodie.
They even provide David with a shopping list of what he needs, including the gun. Basically, they give this guy a blueprint for murder.
Newport News, Virginia. On April 29th, 2007, Kat treats husband Corey to a romantic dinner. This is no ordinary meal.
Kat's lively and generous manner was a put-on. The real Kat was about to surface.
No dessert.
Babe, I'll do this. I need you to do me a favor.
Sure.
I need you to get me some cash for the kids' school lunches tomorrow.
Can you run to the ATM and get me some cash?
I'll make it worth your while.
Okay. Sure. Corey's feeling good. Romantic dinner. His wife is loving him. No bar. Heads to the ATM.
Hello?
Hey, he's on his way.
I'm right here, ready to go.
Tonight is Corey's last supper.
They developed a plan to kill Corey when he was at an ATM machine, and they thought it would look like a botched robbery.
But he can't even get into the account because Kat had given him the wrong PIN number.
Hello?
Hey, I think maybe you gave me the wrong PIN.
Oh, I must have given you the wrong card.
So he's standing there for enough time for David Runyon, dressed in all black, to sneak into the back seat of Corey's vehicle, and Corey doesn't see him.
David shot Corey 5 times.
Including fatal shots to the chest and abdomen.
A dedicated family man's life is wasted for greed.
When he would come back from deployment, he didn't see his friends. He just wanted to be with his family and his kids. Corey wasn't the only victim of this crime. So were his 2 children.
The crime scene indicates a violent robbery. But as Kat is moving on.
Oh, here we go. French champagne.
Only a couple of days after Corey is pronounced dead, the benefits from the military come in, $100,000.
To the good life.
And our next vacation.
Oh, yes, you guys should come.
Cat money in a fashion that is hard to describe.
Within 3 months, She only had $900 left.
Living large isn't evidence of murder, but the police are suspicious of her new boyfriend. And they discover he's shortly before Corey's death.
It was a game changer. It was the biggest step in the case.
The police obtain the tapes of all Michael's phone calls behind bars.
Hello?
Hey, babe.
Hey, how are you coping?
Okay. Miss you.
I miss you too.
There is no privacy in jail or prison. Recorded if you're talking on a phone. And that opened a lot of doors.
You said you and David was talking?
Uh-huh.
You told him what's going on?
Yes, I did. That's right.
We were able to identify an individual by the name of David Runyon that had made contact with both Kat Voss and Michael Draven.
A search warrant for David Runyon's property is a jackpot for investigators.
Practically every piece of evidence that we could have imagined.
And in the console of his vehicle was this map. Hand scrawled on it was the references to Corey, 97 Ford pickup truck, missing hubcap, tailgate down.
He leaves a blueprint for murder in the car.
In 2009, Michael Draven and David Runyon are convicted of conspiracy to commit murder, firearm. Michael is sentenced to 2 life terms. David is sentenced to death and is awaiting appeal on death row.
Kat Voss is absolutely a manipulative person. She sacrificed her husband, her children, and both her and her husband's families for the desire for money.
Katerina Voss pleads guilty. She is sentenced to 4 life terms plus 20 years.
The only remorse that she has is that she got caught.
Kat's desire for wealth and attention endangered the one person who gave it freely, as she reduced Corey's life to a mere obstacle. She could only see the goal.
And put in prison for the rest of her life. Killing husbands might have become a habit. Love triangles are dangerous for everyone involved in the triangle. And when there's a gun in the room, someone's gonna get killed.
1940 Johnson, the new teacher in town, 36-year-old Grace Lusk, is not a woman of her time.
Dr. Roberts is quite an illustrious veterinarian.
Really? Just the man I've been looking for, then.
Is that so?
Her career was very important to her, which was really unusual in those days for women.
Yeah, I'm a teacher. I just started teaching agriculture.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to teach you a thing or two.
By the time she was in her 30s, she acquired a degree in philosophy and medieval history.
We must have you out to the farm one day.
That would be amazing.
3 languages, Latin, French, and German.
Just really, really sharp, really sharp.
It's clear to Mary Roberts that the younger scholar turns her husband's head. But all great 9-year-old veterinarian David Roberts is a career opportunity.
Grace was very knowledgeable in many areas that she taught, but agriculture was the one area that she struggled with.
Now that you're in the country, we'll have to get you on a horse.
That sounds great. He's a veterinarian. He's a cattle breeder of some renown. She realizes right away, this is my turn. So she engages him in conversation, and he's quite happy to talk about his work.
We have quite the farm out there, mostly Galloway.
It's a meeting of minds that sparks a very decent proposal.
You see, I'm writing a book about the cattle, and I need a secretary, a proofreader. You could work for me.
He asked her if she would help him.
Really? He suggests sort of a quid pro quo. If she'll assist him, then he'll, fill her in on the stuff she needs to know in order to teach agriculture. So it's a good arrangement for both of them.
The scholar and the doctor meet once a week for over a year.
Shouldn't this paragraph be in the present tense?
The inevitable happens.
Dr. Roberts.
And then Cupid showed up and shot his arrow.
Grace.
You're married.
Dr. Roberts repeatedly tried to win her over and to seduce her.
A modern woman in every other way, Grace stumbles at adultery.
There's no love in my marriage.
He said, "Her cares for me, and it's not a marriage anymore, and it's basically a loveless marriage."
Grace finally justified her getting involved with him. She sort of invalidated the marriage in her mind.
It wasn't long before they were involved in a torrid love affair that involved trips out of town, expensive dinners, nice hotels, theater. It must to be treated this way.
At last.
For trailblazer Grace, the love affair is a new path.
I think Grace could well have been a virgin into her 30s.
Grace Lusk was an extremely accomplished woman by the time she was in her early 20s. But that's where her brain power stopped. She knew nothing of love and relationships. Emotionally, her IQ was low.
The passion is a heady experience for Grace. And her new lover assures her they will soon be together.
You must tell me.
Will. I have a plan.
He kept promising that he would leave his wife. He said it was a loveless marriage and he wanted to be with Grace.
I think what Dr. Roberts spotted in Grace was a lonely woman. And he moved in on that. He took advantage of her. But she willingly played the game too.
But as months turn into years, the good doctor, he has no intention of telling his wife about his affair.
And Grace was getting a little desperate.
She was getting so distraught she contemplated suicide. She even sat down and penned a letter to Mary, David's wife, telling, all about the affair. Didn't you notice that he'd cooled toward you?
A broken heart has the thing like a schoolgirl.
It's Grace's naivete, I think, that just clouds everything for her.
Grace.
Take the Bible, David.
Grace gives David an ultimatum.
And at gunpoint, forced him to put his hand on the Bible.
No, swear. You will tell Mary the truth.
I swear.
And swear that he would tell his wife and that they would separate.
After we returned from Boston.
What Grace didn't seem to understand is when you get a promise of I will love you forever and there's a gun being pointed at you, what good is that?
The situation is diffused, but no one is winning the fight.
Dr. Roberts did not understand that basically Grace was TNT that now had a lit fuse.
After a 3-year illicit affair, 39-year-old Grace Lusk still believes her lover, David Roberts, wants to leave his wife.
David, no, David.
But on June 21st, 1917,
Stay away from my husband.
His wife, Mary, confronts Grace.
He doesn't love you.
And tells a different story.
I'll have you dropped out of town. He loves me. I have his love letters. Liar.
Grace said, no, he cares for me, but you don't understand. He read letters to prove it.
As Grace flees to collect evidence, desperate to prove David's love, Mary beckons her husband to come and help.
You must come here at once.
Grace went upstairs to get the letters, only she saw her.
Grace had never been in love before. She had never been humiliated before. Mary was insulting her a million ways to Sunday. It only escalated the situation, which was already over the top.
You're a scheming hussy. That's what you are. You think he hasn't done this before? You're not the first, and you certainly won't be the last. He's mine.
With 2 shots, Mary Roberts is fatally wounded. Fighting for her marriage, she pays with her life.
I don't think Mary expected that it was going to result in her death.
I don't think Mary knew who she was dealing with.
For Grace, her rival is gone, but the pain
Grace then turned the gun on herself and shot herself in the chest.
But it's not the end of Grace.
The bullet passed through her and went out the other side and didn't cause any major injury. She missed all her vital organs.
David arrives to a tragic scene of his own making, but he doesn't assist. He runs.
David sees Mary down. She's been shot. Grace is bleeding. David decides this is a good time for him to go and get help.
It's a confusing scene.
Did she shoot you?
No. I shot her. And then myself, Tilly.
And Grace isn't finished.
Stay back.
Grace, still distraught and highly emotional, holds him off for about 45 minutes.
He was trying to disarm her, alleviate the situation.
Where's my heart?
And then she said, my heart, where's my heart?
Here.
Grace misses her heart and survives yet another point-blank gunshot.
She was being dramatic.
That's questionable. Did she really intend to kill herself or not? But she certainly made a good show of it.
Grace Lusk makes a full recovery. In 1918, she is convicted of the murder of Mary Roberts and is in prison. But she serves only 3.
Her sentence was commuted, and then she received an official pardon.
That was not an unusual thing in those days. People in their hearts didn't believe a woman could kill. It was easy for people to say, well, it really was Dr. Roberts' fault and not hers. He lied to her, he did all these things, he cheated on his wife. He's the one that should be...
Escape jail time. Convicted of adultery, he serves the maximum sentence of 1 year. Grace was not his first affair.
If this case were to happen today, I can't see the same result. The social restrictions contributed certainly to the murder.
With all of Grace's intelligence and education, in a battle of self-control, Raw turned her into a killer.
Grace was a pioneer for her education, for her accomplishments, but the one thing she didn't know anything about is the one thing that destroyed her life. Grace was not experienced in the ways of the world. She was trusting, she was lonely, and she fell in love. And the combination was toxic. Sometimes behavior is motivated by jealousy, but most of the time it's motivated by money. She wanted more, much more.
In Hertfordshire, England, wealthy farmer's wife, 47-year long way from her poor childhood. Her life completely changes when she marries millionaire farmer Bill.
Bill was worth tens of millions of pounds.
But after 18 years of marriage and 3 children to 67-year-old Bill, she's had enough.
Bill was always an old-fashioned working house. For much of the day, she was left on her own with the children.
Richard's got a great idea for expanding the business.
Not interested.
What's up?
Everything.
Angela married for money. When you marry for money, you earn every penny.
I want out.
What do you mean?
I want a divorce.
This farmer's wife wants a new life, away from her husband and old Richard.
Bill's son from his first marriage. Richard wasn't happy about the relationship and didn't even attend their wedding.
But why?
Why? Why?
Angela, I love you.
There's no doubt that he was deeply distressed at this.
Under UK law, unless both parties agreed to separate it for 5 years.
He was going to make her wait the full 5 years. That was obviously enormously frustrating for Angela.
To keep her close, Bill gives her some of his fortune.
Angela, you have?
Yeah.
2 farms worth $1 million. For any more, she'll have to wait years.
Didn't expect to see you here today. Sorry, they're gone.
Bill thinks it gives him time to win her back.
I don't suppose you'd like to go out for a meal?
No, thank you.
Right.
Bill wanted Angela back very much, but she was so over Bill.
Whose boots are they?
Oh, they're Paul's. He's using the bathroom.
All right, boss. Thanks, Ange.
In fact, she had a new boyfriend, and he was a farm laborer at Bill's farm.
Angela keeps her true relationship with 53-year-old Paul Cannon under wraps.
He's a good worker.
Poor thing.
But not to save Bill's feelings.
Oh, he's got nowhere to live.
Right.
It's all part of a...
Angela still had access to Bill's affairs. She still had access to his bank account.
As long as Bill loves her, Angela knows there's money to make. His son smells a rat.
Look at this.
Richard was obviously concerned that Angela was trying to get more and more of property and land.
What do you want me to do? Confront her.
I suspect that was Angela trying to manipulate Bill to give her anything she wanted.
Son, I'm trying to win her back. She's trying to drive us broke. Think about it.
Even her lover Paul has a part to play.
How about a beer?
At Angela's suggestion, Bill's house. So Bill, the generous soul that he was, allowed Paul to live there, rent-free.
Everything okay? Yes. Cheers.
Of course, he didn't know that Paul was Angela's lover. Paul was sent there to spy on Bill.
In the game of Angela versus Bill, Angela thinks she's making ground, as long as her star player
did have feelings of affection for Paul Cannon. But I think she also saw him as being a means to an end.
He didn't know she was playing him too.
Angela wants Paul to be game ready because in this small rural community,
Something to tell you.
affairs don't stay secret for long.
What?
Angela's been having an affair.
Everybody knew everything. Plus, Paul was telling people that he was involved with Angela.
Who is it?
That chap who's been working for you.
Paul?
Yes, I think that's his name.
When Bill first discovered that there was a relationship between Paul Cannon and Angela, Paul confronted him.
Stay away from my wife. How about you put up or shut up?
Cannon's response was to threaten Bill Taylor, quite seriously.
That was pretty much the beginning of the end.
In 2018, Bill Taylor discovers his estranged wife, Angela, has a lover. But he still won't divorce her. In May, Angela and her new man, Paul Cannon, go to war.
On the 26th or the 27th of May, Angela sent a message to Paul saying, "Darling, if you're bored..." Paul Cannon went in the dead of night and set fire to Bill's Land Rover.
Paul Cannon had become completely besotted with her, and she did have him dancing to her tune.
Angela wasn't going to give up trying to kick Bill as far away as she could.
Dad, are you okay?
Yes.
Bill never gives up hope.
I'll be okay.
But his son can see it's a losing battle.
Bill was in about it. There was little, if any, prospect of a reconciliation with Angela. He wasn't looking after himself properly. He wasn't eating properly.
8 days later, Bill goes missing. His son is suspicious and goes to the police. When they investigate the recent fire, their suspicions are confirmed.
DNA shirt matched Paul. He'd used diesel to start the fire, which didn't burn as he would have hoped, as petrol would have done.
And when Angela and Paul's affair is revealed, a missing persons case becomes a murder investigation.
This is ridiculous. We should be looking at his son.
Save it for the station.
Detectives love people having a list of stupid things and make the detective's life easier.
The police soon discover Paul's phone is a treasure trove of evidence.
They unearthed this tranche of messages. The technical evidence indicated that they had been deleted very shortly before the handset had been surrendered to the police.
They found 28,000 messages in a 6-month period.
Thousands of messages all referencing the same thing.
The messages that the police found were toxic. There was violent sexual imagery. There was talk of making love in front of Bill as the blood drained from him. In one message, Paul tells Angela, "I've just been LOL." Angela replies, "Just one would be nice."
Angela and Paul were charged with murder. Bill's body hadn't been found. However, the police didn't have a little bit of circumstantial evidence. They had a mountain of it.
Bill's body is found slumped in river mud just outside his farm. 8 months after his disappearance, and 1 day before his killers stand trial. The police piece together how Bill is murdered.
Bill may have been lured outside in the middle of the night and was involved in some sort of confrontation on his own property before he was taken away and killed. He was not wearing an arthritis bracelet that he always had on him. Links from the bracelet were found at the farm, indicating that there had been some sort of struggle.
But there was this minor damage to this bone in his neck that one often sees in cases of strangling.
They'll have everything they need to bring charges against Angela as the mastermind and Paul as her executioner.
He would do anything for her. Her actions reveal what a calculated, manipulative person she was.
It's a side of Angela her husband never saw until it was too late.
Even for all the bad things Angela had done, Bill still loved her and wanted her back.
In 2019, both Angela Taylor and Paul Cannon are convicted of murder and arson. They are sentenced to life in prison with a minimum of 22 years.
As between Angela Taylor and Paul Cannon, I think the driving force in the relay.
The men in Angela's life are a means to an end until they're no longer useful.
Bill was the only person in danger from Angela when they were married, but I think eventually she would have turned on Paul. They were partners in murder, and he had a big mouth, so she probably would have eventually killed him. Fortunately, they're both in prison.
These deadly women decided to remove the third wheel. Katerina Voss's selfish desires cost a devoted father his life. Grace Lusk misdirected her heartbreak at an innocent wife. And Angela Taylor destroyed an ideal rural existence for a role in the adept at betrayal. It was just one small step to a menage of murder.